Greetings, one and all, to the most cursed, most cringiest corner of the internet. A YouTube channel content creator, actively alienating everyone, in both the analog and digital world. Well, welcome, good evening, you wonderful dice of all alignments. I am Lunar D8. This is part 2 of Let's Play Scarlet Hollow. This time I actually made sure that the headphones are actually plugged into the laptop, since, my headphones have the microphone I'm supposed to be using, hooked to them. Hope everyone is having a good day. If there's any games you would like to see, feel free to suggest them. I'll at least consider them. Though, if they're games that are already out, I'll probably wait till they're on sale. I usually avoid paying full price for any sort of game unless it's new and it's something I'm very interested in hopping into. I have a lot of games on the backlog and games I've hopped into briefly. Heck, yesterday I slept a little bit. I wound up just played a little bit of Brotato for a video, did some other stuff. I don't think Brotato makes very good, video for you guys to watch, just because I just sort of passively just watch the game as I move around. I don't really talk that much during it, so yeah. And like I said, I don't care if the game's hard or easy, I'll play it if I have fun or interested. My Super Meat Boy was very hard, and I kept playing that. I'll be a few little breaks in between. And sometimes the game will be interesting and I just don't get around to it very often. Either it might be exhausting physically or emotionally, or it, other things come up. I don't want to... Heck, I know the letter, I was very immersed in that story, but it was... It's definitely good to limit how much time you... Because otherwise you wind up just... Even with a game that is going to have a good deal of reason for you to talk and react, you'll basically start spacing out to that just because you're either too immersed or you're just sort of exhausted. Granted, I'm usually exhausted for more than one reason. I'm actually a little more well rested than I've been in a very long time. I know last night I didn't go to work. I used a sick day. Originally they wanted us to go in early, and then toward the later part of the shift they told us, okay, they canceled the overtime for that night, though I know more than likely probably be overtime the rest of the week. And at least tonight when I go in, I'll only be going to work normal time. I know if I went to work last night, I would be scheduled to go into work early tonight. And like I said yesterday, I just wasn't feeling well physically or emotionally. Laid down a little bit. Took some Tylenol, caffeine just to feel a little bit better. Played a little Brotato. I was just... Like I said, that's a good game. I just run around in a circle, and I'm enjoying it. It's a fun game, but I think that's the sort of game I'll probably usually those types of games, I'll listen to an audiobook or something while I play it. I just don't really feel much of it. I tend to just sort of space out, and that's good if I'm listening to something, but if I'm supposed to be the one actually talking, then... But I mean, that's good for some games to be like that. Heck, it's interesting how Brotato has no meta progression, really. That, a lot of games, if you die, you're like, oh, you at least gain this many resources to build certain things. And I'll say this, it's nice to have a mix of both types of games. Like, it's good to have games like, say, Vampire Survivors or Oganicia, where, you can, or Bone Razor Minions, where even in a lost run, you can get extra health and stuff to make the next run stronger. But it's also good to have games like Brotato, where, yes, you might unlock an extra character or an item, but for the most part, your character is going to be the same level it's always going to be. That way, everyone, regardless of how much time they've really spent at the game, everyone has the same possibility of winning. That you have the same chance of winning on your first run as you do your 1000th. It's nice to have games of both types. But yeah. And of course there's visual novels like this, which are enjoyable as well. Music's really nice. But yeah, yesterday I just was not feeling well, physically or emotionally. I said slept a little bit. I played some Brotato. I actually made a video, though I really don't talk much during the video. I did Brotato, Halls of Torment, and Spellbook Demon Slayers. I had an update for that. If you're chopping to that, see what that was up. But after that, I had about an hour or so before the time I would have had to get up to, if I had been going to work early that day. I laid in bed and it didn't even take a second. I was instantly out. As soon as I hopped in bed, and usually I have to struggle to sleep, but then again, usually I'm sleeping in the middle of the day because I'm third shift hours. But yeah, granted it was like afternoon, and it was about an hour before the time I would have had to get up, start getting ready if I were going to work, early overtime hours. And I laid in bed and I just blinked and I was asleep. I think I woke up briefly at like 2, had to go pee, but then just went back to bed, right back to sleep. No issues at all. Woke up at 7. I listened to a brief ASMR thing. It's nice. And then I listened about an hour or so, like nightcore music, and it's good music. Though I don't know. I seem to just lay there listening to music. Tears are just streaming down my face. So, but it makes you feel better, so that's good. But my face was kind of drenched. Took a shower. Now I'm here just rambling on this, but that's all this channel is. It's me being able to talk without a filter and just, like I said, if I can make some funny videos here and there, that's cool. I like Let's Plays. I've enjoyed it before Markiplier was even a channel. And also, this Markiplier is really hilarious. But I remember Ultra J Man, Proton John, Freelance Astronauts, Tatsudoshi, all those people. Zeta Plays. Deceased Crab, DDR Maniac 007, Sir Eldrick the 4th, Sakana 13. I enjoy video games. They usually have amazing art, interesting stories. You're able to not worry about the things that bother you, and heck, you're able to have fun, go on adventures. No matter what happens, real life you're safe. Whereas in real life, everything has that risk. Hell, in general, most of real life is just sort of cold and hateful. Heck, I made a video once talking about, granted, I made a parody video called "All the Neckos Are Meowing for Head Pats." It's dumb, but it's the best creativity I can do. I thought it was funny, but like I said, I made a video at one point, just talking about Neckos and at least what it symbolizes as an idea. It's just the idea of, playfulness, affection, care, kindness. I don't know. But yeah, I slept really well yesterday. I slept a little bit, like I was supposed to for shift, and then I just felt like crap. I'll tell you this, my knees, my back, and my shoulders, particularly my rotator cuffs, are still screaming at me in pain. Just walking to the bathroom, or walking to go take that shower, my knees were just screaming at me in pain. My knees are in constant pain. Even laying in bed, I'll feel pain in my knees, muscle soreness. My lower abdomen seems to hurt. So I'll say this, if I ever do cuddle with someone, they can't put weight on my lower abdomen gut, because for some reason it hurts a lot to put any pressure there. My lower back hurts. I've actually been seeing a chiropractor for a little while now. Still hurts, but at least it's not getting as bad as it was before I started seeing the doctor. At that point, I was strongly considering just asking the doctor to give me some sort of strong painkiller. Like I said, just moving my arms, the things that connect the muscles and bones inside my shoulder. Both arms hurt all the time. Beyond that, there are emotional things for various reasons. And even though this channel is me being able to talk about a filter, there are some things I just don't want to talk about. But being able to sleep a little bit, play a nice video game, listen to some nice ASMR, some nice music, have something good to eat. It helps. And like I said, one thing I do want to encourage with the channel is, granted it's primarily a Let's Play channel where I try to focus on comedy. I try to make some silly, funny videos here and there, like Fight Crab, or my Let's Play Resident Evil 7. I like doing Let's Plays. Well, granted, some of them Splasher, it's just me screaming and cussing at the game. But I'll say this, I'm still enjoying the game. People are like, oh, why are you going to play a rage game if you hate it so much? I don't. I enjoy playing games granted, I think I tried Jump King at one point, I just didn't like because the jumping mechanic just didn't feel right to me. I don't know. I think it's just because I had to do it one little jump at a time. And I'm I want to keep going. I want to play more like Sonic the Hedgehog. Mario, my bad habit was I was always trying to sprint through the game. It's not an issue of lack of patience so much as this. I just want to do what's fun, and I want to just run around and do stuff. In fact, variations of the game Thumper would be interesting. Like I said, I like a high-speed action game, but I don't want the game to feel like the action's constantly broken up from me, dying or something. Like it should have, if anything, low difficulty, pretty much, where I could just keep playing and just have fun with it. Though I did a game similar to that with that Red Out game, which I do have the DLCs for. It's just I found that when I was playing that for a bit, it was making me feel nauseous and giving me a real bad headache. It's just my body couldn't handle, the motions and stuff. It was, even though I'm not physically moving, I'm just sitting watching the screen. It's kind of curved space. So anytime I ever try to play curved space, I wind up getting COVID. I'm not blaming curved space. I'm just I kind of feel worried if I play curved space again, I'm going to get COVID again. Then again, I guess that applies to other things to where, you have enough bad, reactions to something you don't want to. It's that's not a guarantee anytime, it's just sometimes you learn to associate certain things with bad things that have occurred. But yeah, like I said, primarily this channel is Let's Plays. I try to make silly, funny jokes and stuff. It's really just a channel where I can just talk about whatever and just chill. And granted, I'll say this, I tend to be depressed a bit. I at least want to encourage other people to talk about your feelings, whether it's go to the gym or play guitar or listen to music or spend time with loved ones. If there's things you can do that will make you feel better. Like I said, the strongest thing I encourage is find ways to express yourself, as long as you're not hurting yourself or hurting anyone else. Nothing wrong with expressing emotions. You just have to be careful how you do it and who you do it around. You should make sure if you're talking to somebody, you should make sure it's somebody you trust, somebody that actually cares about you. But yeah, I just wasn't feeling well yesterday. And like I said, I slept the whole night. And that's good. That's healthy for me, but given that fact, that's the time I would normally be at work. And of course, I'll have to sleep a little bit later today before I go back into work. And I really don't want to. I'm ready to, if anyone has suggestions for other jobs, I'll take, preferably a job I can do sitting down, because I think my knees are fried. Granted, I still try to jog and do some leg press stuff, but most of the time at the gym, I'm really just doing the stuff that's upper body stuff, just because it tends to hurt too much to do the lower body stuff. My knees don't like it. So, yeah. Though, especially as much as they try to push the quota at work all the time, I'm I work as fast and as hard as I can, and a lot of times they're you need to go faster, you need to go faster. I'm I'm going as fast as I can. I cannot physically do more than what I'm doing. I'm already doing everything in my power to do the best I can. I can't go faster. So, either eventually, maybe my knees will actually fully give out, and I won't be able to do the job at all, or eventually, in the push between being stressed, emotionally fucked up, and a lot of physical pain, and being constantly rushed where I'm basically having to move as fast as I possibly can to try to give them as much product as quickly as possible. I'm sure eventually I'm bound to just send some sort of defective product, or, build the T800 wrong, or have something fucked up with it or something. Like one day, we're like, oh yeah, some of the T800s you built were defective because you rushed too fast on them. So when they were shipped to the Umbrella Corporation in the middle of Japan, they had a problem. So now the T-virus is everywhere. So the Resident Evil apocalypse will be my fault. You guys are going to look out, see a mix of the Resident Evil zombie apocalypse and the Terminator Mover T800 apocalypse, and just know it's my fault. It's my fault there are zombies and T800s everywhere. But that slight bit of joking aside, because that's not really a joke. I do build T800s, but yeah. And that's probably where, most of them get sent to, like, parts of America, Canada, and Japan. So I imagine, so that we all know there's big companies that work on that stuff, that is going to be involved in that stuff. Heck, I'm sure there's actual biological warfare companies out there that are, even though they're incognito, they probably use the actual Umbrella Corporation sign from the video game as like plausible deniability. Now we're like half joking, half conspiracy theorist. I don't know. Main point being is this. I work as hard as I can at my job. I can't go any faster. They're constantly wanting to push all of these quotas all the time, and I'm like, I'm doing the best I can. I'm working as hard as I can. I'm miserable, and I hate this fucking job. I only do it because it pays me well. It actually pays better than anything I've ever done. It's enough for me to be able to pay my rent, be able to have a computer, and have internet, buy nice food and shit, be able to run my air conditioner a little bit. That's nice. That's nice to be able to make that much money. I know if I was working at like a fast food job or something, I wouldn't be able to afford, rent and have a place to live. Same time, it's just, I feel miserable doing my job. I feel like everyone, it's like half time it feels like everyone's micromanaging. Hell, there's times they've gone around stopwatches timing people doing the job down to the second. I'm like, it'd be one thing to be criticized if I was being lazy, or if I was just standing around on my phone and doing nothing. But considering the entirety of my shift is standing manual labor, where I'm constantly moving despite being in pain, moving as fast as I can, trying to do the best job I possibly can, I'm working as hard as I can. I can't go faster. Heck, I'm chugging caffeine, sugar, and all sorts of junk food, just so that I can keep, because I know this. If I don't drink enough caffeine, don't get enough sugar, if I don't eat enough calories to the point that I have to be in a constant calorie surplus, I just won't be able to keep doing the job, period. Heck, there's one time they got upset because I just sort of stopped moving, and I'm like, and it's like, well, you need to keep moving. It's like, I'm out of breath. I'm about to pass out. And it's like, fuck. And granted, like I said, I've worked at worse places. I've been at jobs that were far, far, far worse. I've worked at a job where I was electrostatic painting. I was breathing in powdered metal, powdered paint, gas fumes, black mold, working like 80 hours a week some days on that. And it's just... that place was shitty. And there's so many things I was doing that OSHA would have been pissed at. Storing stuff that's practically explosives next to a 2-story flammable gas oven with actual flames in it. Only place I've ever driven a forklift either. And there's times I was driving like 3,000 pounds of steel with a 20 foot in the air having to make turns with it. Because they have issues with storage space. Eventually I quit that job because that was killing me. This job I've been at far longer than that job. Pays better too. And all in all, like I said, it's not killing me. I'm not being exposed to anything harmful. Just... and the job itself isn't really hard. It's just how much they want you to do of it and how quickly. And heck, I really shouldn't be complaining. There's other departments that work twice as much as I do. They do way more overtime. And it's just, I don't know how they live. I don't know how they survive it. But then again, they usually wind up having people quit quite often. But every day I'm thinking about just quitting my job. Granted, I need to find something else, you know, and actually pay bills. And I refuse to use this channel in any way for making money, even if it's just to pay rent. Because, like I said, this channel is just for me to be myself and talk. Last thing I want is for this to feel like it's some sort of fucking job or a thing I have to do. I always want it to be that if I click on OBS and start record, it's just because I feel like it. There's no pressure like, oh no, I have to do this. If I don't, I won't be able to pay this or that. Or I have to please this sponsor. Or I need to plug a Patreon or stuff. And granted, I don't knock people that do make money off. I think that's awesome. Heck, there's this one streamer I watch that, you know, he's got it, you know, edited as a sound clip that anytime someone donates like $100, you know, there's a sound clip saying 10,000 fists, but you know, 10,000 bits in the air. Because he used to be primarily a Twitch streamer, but he does more YouTube streaming now. But you know, I like anytime I hear that. But yeah, that's awesome. Good for you. But it's just, I don't want this to be a job. I don't want to feel pressured that I have to do this. I just want this to be the thing I do because I feel like doing it. To where there's no pressure that I have to be anything or be good. Heck, this whole video so far, it's just been guy rambling at a content warning screen about stuff that nobody would ever care about. But, like I said, that's the thing. I don't have to, like, granted, I do make videos and I do try to be funny, but I'm not going out of my way to, like, have, like, ooh, I'm gonna have a script and a bunch of dad jokes and puns and silly innuendos. No, it's more so, I just be myself, and sometimes I can say stuff that can be funny, and I do want to be, like, enjoying, like, I would say, like, my reactions, say when I played the Jester game. There's a game called Jester. Played 2 parts of that. I think my reactions to that were probably a little bit funny. But all in all, I enjoyed the game. Like Fight Crab, I said, you know, I had fun playing, but I just didn't. I think I had to comment on one thing why I didn't go back to it. I just didn't feel like playing it again. But content warning, this is a cringe channel. It's not intended for any audiences. welcome home. But yeah, I could have 1 million subscribers on YouTube and I never want to be monetized. I never want to have it set up where I get super chats or donations or any kind of... I never want to make a single cent, whether it's through YouTube's advertisements or through people donating. I just want this to be a thing I do just because I feel like doing it. I never plan to have a sponsor or merchandise or anything. I'm not a brand. I'm just some crazy guy talking to his computer. We'll say this though, if I even had 10,000 subs, I think I'd be like, what the fuck is happening? Like, why are people here? It's like, why are you wanting to listen to me? Because I know I'm not entertaining. And for the most part, it's not even, like I said, it's definitely not for money, and it's really not even for the people. I mean, granted, it's a nice bonus if people are there watching the video and actually, liking the video. And I mean, not just like the, the thumb thingy. I mean, if they're actually sitting there enjoying, like, watching me, like, play Resident Evil 7 or Spooky's Jump Scare Mansion, being a very silly person making very sus noises. But yeah, well, it's cool if there's people there, and I get, like, every time I get a comment, I'm like, oh, that's awesome, and I get to hear from somebody. I get to talk to them. I mean, heck, everyone's welcome to talk. As long as you're respectful and you're nice and you're kind. I mean, if you're a dick or you're a jerk, I mean, you don't want people to be mean. But of course, it's the internet. You're about to run it at that time. But hey, you just ignore that shit. Because like I said, you could be posting content of little kittens playing. There will be people talking shit about that. That's just the internet. That's the way the internet is. That's just the internet. But if there's people there that are saying they got a laugh out of something, or hey, there's a guy who commented on a car video I posted. It was a video game, mind you. But he was like, oh, this reminds me of my actual car, and he listed the name of the car, and I'm like, I've never heard of that before. I look up the car, I'm like, whoa, that looks amazing. And I see a little footage of that car, I'm like, that car looks awesome, and it looks like it drives incredible. And it's like, wow, that's awesome. And I commented back to that person, I was like, wow, I had to look that up, I didn't even know what that was. That car looks awesome, and it looks like it drives amazing. So I hope you enjoy that game. They said they wanted to get the game just for that sake, looking like their actual real-life car. But I'm like, yeah, cool. I mean, hope you enjoy it. But I'm like, if you want some test your reflexes, check out the game Thumper. I did a Let's Play of that, and it's me screaming and cussing. But if you just want something to watch, I suggest the blind Let's Play of Resident Evil 7 I did. I think I did a good job with that game. I wasn't that bad gameplay-wise. I think it's actually an enjoyable, entertaining Let's Play series. Though most of my channel just seems to be more a blog style like what I'm doing right now, it seems. And like I said, some of my content I make is kind of cursed. And some of it's just silly. Like I said, the only thing consistent on this channel is I'm completely unprofessional. I'm just doing whatever video I feel like doing that day. And heck, I could also see there being a chance it might be, sometimes I might not even post a video for weeks. Granted, there have been days I post like 12 videos in a single day. That was definitely a day I wasn't working. And I've done terrible karaoke videos. I enjoy singing, but I'm awful at it, but I enjoy it. I've tried to read some books. Heck, I might do some more reading stuff, and I couldn't imagine if I'd do any ASMR. I don't even know what that would be. I mean, especially I would never have like one of those 3D microphones. At most, I might be able to read a script if someone like comments that in a video. At which point, it would only be if like it was a script I felt comfortable with. But like I said, I'm always up for game suggestions. Just I have to actually be interested in the game. And even then, if it's already out, then I'll probably wait for it to be on sale. Save some money. I think just about everything I have on Steam, granted I have bought a decent amount, but I'd say everything I bought, with the exception of stuff I bought, on release day, like Street Fighter, I've bought like usually 70% discount. Heck, some of the stuff was 90% discount when I picked them up. But yeah, never gonna have this thing as a job. I never want to make a cent from it. I just want this to be the thing I do because I want to do it. No pressure on anything. Like I said, if people... Oh, God! Ow. Ow. There was a flying bug. I went to smack it, and I actually smacked myself in the face. Hit myself in the eye. That hurt. Ow. Anyway. But like I said, if people comment on the video, say nice things, actually enjoy watching a video, that's always a bonus. It's always awesome. It's nice to hear from people that are nice and polite and actually just want to say hi. That's nice. I like that. But I don't primarily do the videos even for that. I just do it because I just like making these videos. It's kind of the idea of writing down a journal. The idea that it's written down just makes you feel better. So even though I'm basically just screaming into the void of the internet, if no one ever hears it, that's fine. It's just nice to be able to, speak into the void. But if there are any responses back from the void, well, I mean, as long as they're nice, as long as they're polite, as long as the people that I want to talk to are nice people. Granted, I understand everyone's back from different backgrounds in life, but like I said, as long as the person's polite to me and has no ill will toward me, then I'm glad they're someone I got a chance to talk to. And like I said, people just listen to the videos, I appreciate that. But I mainly just do it for myself. I do it because I just like talking like this. I mean, if I wasn't doing the video, I'd probably be pacing my living room, talking to myself, talking to like Goku and Moses and my stuffed animals. So, anyway, I probably should play the game. It's probably been forever. So, also in the future, I'll probably try to avoid doing this just because, I actually should do the game. Focus on gameplay. But it's just, I just felt like it. I just felt like talking like this. So I'll probably play this. Maybe watch a Let's Play and eat something and then get some sleep and go to work. But I really did need to use that sick day. I mean, I was exhausted. I felt like shit. My stomach felt weird. My head was hurting. Granted, I don't think the flashing lights in the Spellbook Demon Slayer's game helped, but it's just I needed to take that day off. I felt like shit physically and emotionally. Well, let's hop into it. I'm pushing the button. Have I been sitting still so long with the game? There we go. load. Now, I do remember, like, okay, that was July 7th. Right now it's July 11th. Because right now it's July 11th at 9:41 a.m. Eastern American Standard Time. That was July 7th when I did last of this video, I guess. So speaking of things to do around town, I was actually planning on filming this week's video tonight. I was wondering if maybe you'd want to come along. It's a pretty easy one this week. We wouldn't even have to camp anywhere. I'm gonna go after the... Let's check something real quick. Bah. 40 minutes. But everything seems to be recording just fine. Wait, no spoilers. Oops, sorry Avery. It's okay, I should probably get back to it instead of standing around chatting with friends. See you all around. Now that the coast is clear, I'm going after the skunk ape. It's just worse, Bigfoot. Skunk ape. But doesn't skunk ape live in Florida? Oh, you know your stuff, do you? I knew you'd make a great partner. It mostly lives in Florida, but there have been sightings far north as Virginia. While I was doing research for last week's video, I came across a report where a lady from town over claimed to have seen one on her deck playing tug-of-war with her dog. And as I leave no stone unturned, I decided it was worth investigating. What do you say? You want to tag along? Hold the camera for me while I narrate against darkening sky, that sort of thing? Yeah, sure. Absolutely, I'd love to come along. That's great. It's been a while since I've seen anyone besides Gretchen out there with me. This is going to be a lot of fun. I actually started the channel with a couple buddies of mine back in middle school, so it's kind of like a blast from the past. Me and Kanika and Reese running around in the woods, flipping over rocks and bothering salamanders. Our videos were terrible, but we had a lot of fun. And that's all that mattered to us. You know, that gets me thinking. I wonder if they'd be down to come along with us. Get the old gang back together. Though I guess Kanika has to close out the general store tonight, so I'm pretty sure she's a no-go. But Reese, I think there's a decent chance we'd get him to come out of this hidey hole if he's up for it. Do you mind if I make a quick call? Oh, but Stella pulls out her phone and dials it while waiting to ring. Reese, dude, what's up? Feels like it's been forever. Ah, man, sorry to hear that. Do you want me to come by, or... Okay, if you're really sure, but if you change your mind, better not be the guy from the bus. Oh, I was just calling to ask if you wanted to come out to the woods tonight. Met somebody cool in town today. He's Tabitha's cousin. I know. Yeah, just here for the week. Anyway, we're going out to look for the skunk ape. We could take the easier trails, if that would help. Dang, man, that sounds awful. Hope you take it easy tonight. I'll swing by sometime this week. We have more low-key hang. How's that? Yeah, I'll bring him. Puppy. Talk to you soon. Bye, bud. Looks like it's just you and me, pal. I assume they were talking about the dog, but then the dog's a girl, so... He's excited to meet you, of course. I think you'll find most towns are. Me? Yeah, I'm fine. More worried about Reese. A lot going on past, gosh, 10 years or so? But I feel like it's gotten a lot worse recently. I can't remember last time I saw him leave his house. Huh. Oh well, it's not my place to talk, really. I just got a little excited thinking about having him along. He's hilarious, you'd love him. I hope I do. We should swing by his place sometime this week. Okay. That'd be nice. I'd love to meet your friends. Awesome. I'll make it happen. He's definitely the trickier one to meet. Kanika is much easier to track down, since she's at the general store basically every day. But friendships can wait. We've got a skunk ape to hunt. So we should probably head out. If we want to make up to the mountain before it's too dark. Come on, let's blow this popsicle stand. You pause before getting up. Maybe it's time to make a good first impression. How much money do I have? Do I have a resource? The guy. At no point has it ever been mentioned how much money I have. I feel that's appropriate. Though I'm not sure what year this is. So who knows how bad inflation will be. Hadn't been very cold when you first arrived in town. But the sun dips closer and closer to rising. The chill descends upon the hollow, and you see your situation with renewed clarity. You're in a new place, far from civilization, the people you know, following someone you just met into a dark forest in search of monsters. I mean, when you say it like that, it sounds like I'm making bad decisions in life. You feel... All these are good responses. But this one's, I have a special power. So, because I picked a stat out of 7 things that I got 2 of. You feel an overwhelming sense of foreboding, which seems only natural considering where you are. Your instincts scream at you to leave, but at the same time you're curious to see what the night has in store for you. You decide to go with the flow, to keep putting one foot in front of the other, and to not dwell too much on the strange feeling. Gotta love this brisk fall weather. This past summer was the hottest on record. Since last year, at least. You know how it is these days. Each summer is the hottest yet until the next summer, which always finds a way to be so much... Well, so far this summer's been pretty cool. Actually, the coldest summer I remember. It's only 77 degrees Fahrenheit right now. I hope it doesn't get hotter. I enjoy it. It's cool. I'd be okay with 50 degrees Fahrenheit year-round with a little bit of wind and clouds. I don't know how plants would deal with that. It's just nice to feel... Yeah, October's a good time of year. Feels nice. It's just nice to feel a chill in the air and to see the leaves change, like normalcy is restored, if only for a moment. Sorry if that was a bit of a bummer. We should talk about something more fun, like skunk apes. Music's awesome. Do you ever hunt things other than cryptids? Like ghosts, demons, werewolves, that sort of thing? Yeah, for sure. You just go after all sorts of spooky... the puppy's exploring the plants. I never had much luck, though, especially when it comes to ghosts. Yeah. Back when I first started doing solo videos, I'd go in all sorts of abandoned buildings, hoping I'd stumble across some sort of activity. But nothing ever happened. I was always just me and my camera, in an old house getting worked up over the gusts of wind or a creaky floorboard. That does sound unnerving still. At the very least, it does feel safe. I'd be a little worried out here by myself a little bit. But hey, we have you, we have a puppy, we're safe. What's all said and done, I've just been a lot luckier with cryptids. I want to believe in ghosts so bad, and I can't rule out the possibility that there really are true hauntings out there. But if there are, I sure as heck haven't seen all myself. Werewolves I kind of lump in with cryptids. I'd be shocked if there were actually people out there who turned into animals, but werewolf lore lines up pretty well with great beast genre of cryptid. As for demons, I don't know. I honestly don't even want to consider the possibility that they exist, because if they really are out there, geez, a lot of folks are doomed to eternity of flames. Like I said, I believe in God, but I don't agree with hell as just. Because, one, how is it justified to torture someone for eternity? Plus, the whole idea of it amounts to this. Do what you're told, or I will punish you. Do what you're told, or I'll hurt you. That's... I'm a lot less likely to want to go along with somebody if the whole motivation is just do what I'm told or they're going to hurt me. Because that's what that amounts to. It's just... I don't like being talked to in that way. It's more likely to piss me off. Beyond that is this. At no point does that make a person a better person. If you even take a good person and put them through bad situations, you're more likely to turn them into someone who would be aggressive. But taking even the kindest soul and putting them into hell, torturing them just because they believed in the wrong god, or because, oh, this person ate bacon, or this person's bi, or this person drinks Pepsi, or this person didn't pay enough money to the church. If you take the kindest person and just put them in a situation like that, you're going to turn them into a demon. Hell, as it's described, is not a place of demons. It's a place that would turn any sentient being, no matter how benign or benevolent it would be, into something malicious and foul. I mean, granted, there are, in real life, usually not things to that extreme, but there are some people out there that really become really, really bad people. Sometimes that just because of who they are, and sometimes it's circumstances that forced it. Granted, me, I'd never hurt anyone. Heck, the only times I've ever had to hurt anyone was self-defense. At least try to live my life as a pacifist. But of course, if I have to defend myself or defend somebody else, I'll do what I have to. Granted, I've been through a lot of bad things. But it doesn't make me want to hurt other people. This makes me want to not go through the bad things again. But yeah, main point being is this. I believe in God. And I believe the Bible to at least be a mostly accurate history of the world. Though it's been translated a lot, it's been a lot of things going on, especially with the different Reformation movements. That's interesting to see, what other books the people that were leading those Reformation movements, they wrote books themselves that were not part of the Bible, that were just books people tend to write books. And the stuff they write is very surprising. Very... not something that you would make you think well on somebody for. Take the person who led the Protestant movement back, Martin Luther. one of the books he was really well known for was called The Jews and Their Lies, and it's just advocating for burning down synagogues, and heck, it's roughly a rough draft of Mein Kampf. Granted, I don't... times were different back then in terms of how everyone was toward each other. Someone being me wouldn't have survived. I don't know. I believe in God, but I don't base morality off the Bible. Base it off of reason, logic, compassion, kindness. When it comes to something like hell, if someone really is such a horrible threat or a malevolent force against other people, then what's the point of keeping them around in existence? Just have them not exist anymore. Why keep the soul around just to torture it? And even then, even if it's the most evil person imaginable, anyone that would be in heaven, either they're delighting in the suffering, which over time would wind up changing them, making them more sadistic over time, corrupting them in itself, or they have to pretend they like it. After all, that's a constant threat. Even when you're in heaven, if you wind up stepping out of line, you know where you go. It's kind of the idea of public executions in the past. Though people actually saw it as entertainment, which I can't really blame. I've enjoyed Saw movies, heck. This is a horror game, people are going to die violently. But at least it's a drawing. It's a drawing. At least in Saw movies, it's all prosthetics. It's all just corn syrup and stuff. No one's actually getting hurt. But human beings can be characterized, and I guess we'd boil us down to 3 different aspects. First is curious. Human beings, above all, we are very curious beings, both about good and bad things. 2, we do our best to try to adapt to anything. And 3, we like getting head pats and giving head pats. Like, you see that puppy there? I want to pet its head. Same regard if Stella wanted to put her head on my, head on my chest, or my head on her chest, or if she wanted to pet my head, or, hugs or cuddles or stuff like that, that would also be nice. But then again, Stella's cute. And I don't know what I look like in the context of this game. Then again, I think it's open, that, I could be anything. That way anybody playing this can, identify with the narrator, I guess. But then again, it's not that hard to have a little bit of suspension of disbelief. Just to sit back, watch a movie, and just enjoy the movie for the sake of the movie. Same thing this. It really doesn't matter what my character is in this situation. I can still immerse myself into the story. And I'll say this. Granted, I definitely had to turn the animations off for the... because the same people who made this game made the Slay the Princess game, which is still in its demo, though I have 2 videos of that game. One when the demo first came out, I think. And then one a few months after their recent update. So I played it, and each video is 1 year apart. Hopefully it's not another whole year before they finish it, but there's definitely very drastic changes in art design, which it's good, it's nice, and definitely in voice acting too. I can't remember if this game's had any voice acting so far. I can't remember. But with as many characters are in this game, it'd probably be very daunting to do the voice acting. But I'll say this. The backgrounds here, It's really well drawn. I mean, it's not like it's, you know, RTX stuff. But then again, I don't have that. So my computer wouldn't be able to handle. Like I said, I've done a Let's Play of Shadow of War, and it's just a PowerPoint presentation of Italian stabbing orcs. But this art style is awesome. And you can look at this and you can imagine exactly how it would look in real life. And I will say this. Stella, she's very cute. I would definitely date Stella. But yeah, just the idea of a hell, just what's the point of torturing people? Granted, I understand there's some people that would be angry. I mean, obviously people that have been hurt by others, you're going to be angry. And I guess those people have a right. Granted, I'm not telling people to be vigilantes or go get revenge on people that hurt you and shit. You know, I'm not going to advise anyone to do anything that would hurt anybody. But I'm just saying that if somebody is a victim of something, of somebody hurting them, they have every right to be angry. And whatever response they take against what has hurt them, I don't blame them. Granted, society probably would. The laws probably would. But like, I'm just saying, like, the extremes of hell. I mean, imagine if, you know, the ghost of one person was, like, killed by the ghost of another person, you know, before they were ghosts. I'd say they have a right to be angry. And if that person or ghost took revenge, I can't say I blame them. All I can say is if that's what brings that person peace or happiness, that's good, I guess. But if there's a better way, that should also be at least explored. You know, there's always more than one option. So, say a ghost or sentient being in that situation, I definitely don't blame them for their feelings, and I certainly don't blame them if they feel the need to react to what has happened to them. I'm not a person to judge people. I will say this. I mean, as long as you're not hurting yourself, not hurting others, and you're especially not hurting me, then everyone's got their own motivations and reasonings for things. Like I said, I don't advise anyone to do anything. I mean, I'm not condoning violent acts. But I'm saying at least I can understand. But condemning someone to burn or to suffer or to be tortured in all sorts of myriad ways for an eternity over stuff that happened over a finite period of time, stuff that was probably, I mean, there's many people, like, if you look at the past was shitty. You didn't have air conditioning, you didn't have anime, most people just starved to death. And that's what most people say, like, oh yeah, people in the past had harder. I'm like, and most of them were dead. Most of them died fairly early in life and lived horrible, miserable lives and hated every second of it. I mean, there's a reason the human population didn't go over 1 billion for most of human history. It wasn't until this past 100 years where we actually had modern medicine and less war than we've had in the past, which has something to be said, even though we have more violent weapons. It's kind of the whole idea of guns. It's just a tool. I think it's important for people to defend themselves. But all the violence that happened, I think it's more so a society problem. Why do people want to hurt each other? But people should be able to defend themselves. But in the past, it was like, the amount of disease. Even the people that were rich in the past still basically shit in freaking outhouses. Look at how even medieval kings lived. Just life expectancy wasn't good for a lot of people. And here's the thing. If you had like a horrible migraine in the past, you didn't have Tylenol. The only thing you could probably do was drink alcohol back then. What else could you do to kill pain? Just the past was shitty. So it wasn't that people in the past were tougher, it's that the people you're looking at from the past are the survivors. Most people in the past died horrible deaths. Just living in the past was terrible and awful. Whereas, look at me right now. It's the year 2023, and I'm able to sit in my apartment, play a video game with amazing graphics and music. Well, I can drink water and soda and have good food, never have to fear for starving, and the food is delicious. If I get sick, I can go see a doctor. And heck, there's been so many things that have happened to me that if it weren't for modern medicine, I'd be dead 1,000 times over. I've been hit by a truck. I had like a dozen staples in my head. I've had meningitis and encephalitis in my brain and spine. I've had palsy. I've been beaten thousands of times. I've been betrayed. Been lied to. I've been manipulated. I have low self-esteem. Been in situations where everyone hated me. I tend to be a little paranoid and feel that people are going to hate me or hurt me, but then it's just expectations of history repeating itself. The general feeling that people are not to be trusted. Sorry, I went off on a tangent. Main point being is this. I believe in God, but I don't see hell as just. And I don't base my morality off the Bible. I base it off of, actually thinking things through. Deciding, the pros and cons of the situation. How it helps myself, how it helps others, how it hurts myself, how it hurts others. And I consider the effect it would have on my feelings and the effect it would have on other people's feelings. That overall the first considerations should be what's in my best interest, what helps my well-being. But also, I should try to do things with the interest of others. If it has well-being for others, it's particularly for people I care about. And also, does an action or a decision or a choice harm others? Does it harm myself? Does it harm someone I care about? Does it harm innocent people? I base my decisions off of, logic and kindness, off of reason and compassion. And I don't think anyone should be condemned or hurt in this life or the next for who they do or do not believe in, whether you believe in God, whether you're Christian, Muslim, Jew, atheist, Hindu, any of that. I don't think you should be condemned in this life or the next, or judged or hurt. Whether you believe in a God or you don't believe in a God. I think people should be able to have open, honest discussions with each other. As long as they're kind, as long as they're polite, as long as you have an openness to receive the words that the other person has to say. After all, a conversation isn't somebody refusing to respect the other person's opinion at all and just yelling at them and insulting them and just telling them they're stupid and shit like that. Like, oh, you're stupid, you're wrong, and all that stuff. An actual conversation is having a calm conversation with the person and actually just understanding that their emotions and feelings are valid. And not even treating it like it's some sort of competition or battle that you have to win and make the other person lose for your sake. It should just be treated as, even if you strongly disagree with the other person's point, you can at least get a better understanding of what their point is and why they think that way. And more importantly, if that person is somebody that is your friend, then it allows you to better understand your friend better and allows you to be closer and it's something to build on. And like I said, it's a two-way street. Both people should be respecting each other. Obviously, if you're having a conversation with somebody and they're disrespecting you, then, well, I guess you don't have to respect them either, you know. I guess a good way to put it is this. If someone's a wholesome person, be wholesome back to them. But if they're a fucking piece of shit, then you can either be a piece of shit back to them or you can just have nothing to do with them. It's not worth it. But ideally, people should be able to just have conversations where the goal isn't to win or to be right. The goal is just to be able to have a conversation and to get to know each other better. And to be able to express your ideas and to listen to theirs. And it's all the more important if the person's a friend, family, romantic partner, because you respect that person and you're wanting to grow closer to that person because you value them and you care about them. But yeah, I should hop back to the game. So let's hope all that just bunk. Am I right? Yeah, like I said, as far as at least the way people view it. Like I said, I believe in God. But I don't think it's right for... Heck, there's times surpassed where people justified doing horrible atrocities, not just in the name of God, but other religions in the name of their God. Heck, there's even people that don't believe in a God, either just did it for a certain ideology, or even they actively don't believe in God and they went out trying to kill people that do believe. To where they were just like, kill all the people that do believe in the supernatural power. It's just... Heck, there's people out there that are atheists that treat atheism like it's an actual religion and are going out there being evangelical about it. As somebody who's actually sat and watched actual evangelical preachers preach, it's just, like I said, the biggest thing that upset me about a lot of pastors is this. It's kind of like the idea, like a lot of politicians lie. And a lot of preachers, one, when you get to know them better, they have a lot of skeletons in their closets and things that they had done that you would find atrocious. And then, of course, there's the idea that most of them they either just care about getting their name out there or making money. Vanity and greed. But they don't care about the person as an individual. I remember sitting at this one church. Granted, I was like 20 plus years ago. There was a preacher who had dreams and aspirations of being a famous evangelical preacher. I was just sitting there in a pew, reading my Bible. Wasn't bothering anybody. Just sitting there reading my Bible, thinking, well, depressing, suicidal thoughts and stuff, but hey, who doesn't think about that stuff from time to time? That's normal, I guess, right? Maybe. But they just got upset at me because they felt I was making them look bad because I wasn't, because they were having a bunch of people doing all this singing and praising stuff, and I was just sitting there reading. The person only cared about how it made them look. Don't care about me or what I'm going through. And again, that's summed up with a lot of interactions in life and a lot of places. I'm sure a lot of people out there can relate. Even though most people would not be pointing to a church setting. And granted, I have other examples, but many of them are much more personal. Like I said, I keep trying to go past because we're like, we need to move on with the story, but like I said, it's just, I believe in God, but I don't believe in treating people poorly or hating someone just because they're different. I believe very strongly the idea that it's, best to do like the Hippocratic Oath idea, do no harm. That even if it makes me look like a fucking pussy, even if it makes me look weak, even if it makes me look pathetic in other people's eyes, I don't want to hurt others. And I don't want to disrespect other people or hurt other people's feelings. Granted, like I said, if someone attacks me, I'll defend myself, I'll defend others. But in general, I don't like fights or arguments or any of that stuff. I just don't like it. Hell, if I was in a relationship and the person wanted to argue and fight all the time, I would probably just end the relationship. Because that's not what I want in a relationship. I want someone to just, be my partner. Someone to mutually care about and respect each other. If the other person's constantly, angry and pissed off at the fact that I'm there, then why should I be there anymore if I'm not wanted? Then again, when it comes to people I care about, I've been described as overprotective and overly affectionate. But yeah, I just don't see a reason to hate somebody just because they're different. And granted, like I said, in general, being violent or angry, hateful tends to be the best way to move ahead in life, it seems. But I just don't want to. I'd rather just lead a peaceful life, full of all the comforts and joys I want. Maybe making some friends along the way, but also having a few really close people who really love and care about me. Particularly a romantic partner too, but like I said, that should be built off of an emotional connection where both people actually cherish each other. I'm not sure that's a thing that really exists very commonly in modern day. Everyone seems much more isolated and distant, and it seems anytime you do open up about your feelings or try to be closer to anybody, it seems that always comes with penalties and repercussions, and as if just talking about your feelings is something to be punished. Anyway, that's this whole fucking channel, me just rambling on about bullshit. Heck, it's like, that Joker guy from the Jared Leto Joker, where he does that line, he's like, I'm not gonna kill you, I'm just gonna hurt you really, really bad. With me, it's more like, I'm not gonna hurt you, I'm just gonna annoy all of you. Really, really badly. The worst villain ever. I follow Batman around, talk about my feelings, and then we go get Dairy Queen. Worst thing I'm gonna do is just annoy people talking about my feelings. Huh. What about aliens? Don't even get me started. Do you see the UFO videos the government declassified? Aliens are definitely real. They've absolutely visited Earth. Like, I believe in aliens way more than I believe in cryptids. Like I said, wouldn't mind if aliens are real, as long as they're not trying to, conquer the planet. We don't see any aliens here because we know they're real. Huh. Puppy? Okay, he's just running around. Oh, can I pick both? I do agree with that, because that's one thing I do say. God created everything. So, aliens would be included in that. Besides, at the end of the day, even if you don't believe in God, at the end of the day, humans, aliens, ghosts, supernatural, I mean, they're all sentient beings. At least the music's nice and peaceful and calm, and I'll say this. I know in part 1 there was a character that was smiling that was like really fucking unnerving me and making me very uncomfortable. Whereas this, Stella's smiling, I feel at ease. It's pretty, it's nice. Even just on a purely platonic level, it's nice. Okay. Did you hear that? Hello? Oh, calm down, Gretchen, you old mutt. Okay, what's up, man? Is that like your favorite sports team? On your hat? Same to you, Stella. You're always jumping at nothing, girl. Phew, sorry for getting spooked, Duke. I thought you were some creature of darkness. Nah, girly, just old Duke. Now, what the hell are you looking for way out here? Skunk Ape. Sorry, I asked. You wanna come too? And who's this you suckered into coming along with you? Wait, a tick? You aren't. Is that? Yep. I see. Welcome to the holler. My condolences. I'll keep you in my prayers. Thank you. Well, I didn't really know anybody that died. I feel like I'm in for a very trying funeral. Perhaps the week up to it might have multiple deaths because horror game. Now both of y'all head back to town. You hear? It's best you steer clear of this area tonight. I'm out dealing with my own critter, and won't be too appreciative of a couple fools with a camera to scare away the more sensitive while oh, you hunt deer? I don't think you hunt deer with a shotgun. Is that a shotgun or a rifle? I can't tell. It's underneath the dial. I still can't tell. What are you hunting tonight? Something tall in here. Bigfoot? Something musky? You see anything like that recently? Wouldn't you like to know? You never could stay in your business, Stella Richmond. Put that damn camera down. Aw, oh, come on, Duke. Maybe I could help out. I'm pretty good at tracking. You know I learned from the best. That you did. I assume she learned from you. I have yet to see a shred of proof that you listened to any of it. The way you tromp around the wood tonight yelling about chunkaboongas or what have you. Something been getting at my chickens. Probably a wolf or a coyote. Lost 3 this week. Can't afford to lose any more than that. So sorry to hear that. But one of the skunk ape has to take some chickens. Now see, this is why I don't come to you about these things. Ain't no skunk ape, whatever the hell that is. I know exactly what this is, but I know you won't believe me when I tell you. Oh, Duke, you don't think it's... I do, it's actually those damn mountain lions. They're out there still. I mean, they're rare. Especially, like, I think we're in Virginia in this situation. But there are. It's just usually in the more secluded areas, which this is close to. I don't care what your little investigation trip. You haven't been out in these woods as long as I have. Those sons of bitches are sneaky. Of course you wouldn't be finding. I'll say this. If there are mountain lions and you didn't see them, they probably still saw you. Heck, I think it's like some species of Asian cat. It's rare, but it usually tends to avoid humans. But yeah, usually if a mountain lion's out and about, like if you're seeing it, it's probably hunting you. Usually it's gonna just run. I know for a fact that's when I'm getting at my chickens. Couldn't be anything else. I'm telling you, man, mountain lions are extinct in these parts. They haven't been an actual sight in the 1990s. That's not that long ago, and even those are iffy. Can't believe you go out there on your YouTube saying some river monster spotted by a couple school-age Boy Scouts has been 100% confirmed. Yeah, Appalachian cougars are some kind of far-fetched fantasy made up by geezers like me. You made me look like a fool. I read those comments people are posting on your video, and they were calling me all kinds of names just for seeing things with my own eyes that I know to be true. I'm sorry, Duke. I didn't mean to sick anybody on you, I just don't think it's plausible. You'll eat those words when I come carrying a mountain lion corpse out of those woods at dawn. Are you gonna die in the middle of the night, man? I think you need more guns. If you two don't want a face full of buckshot, I suggest you run home and stay out of the woods tonight. I mean, we aren't exactly wearing, bright colors, and you might mistake us for a deer. I mean, there's a lot of people that, accidentally shoot people while hunting because they think it's a deer. As Duke's word leaves his mouth, a sinking feeling starts to pull at your stomach, and you glimpse brief flashes of something terrible to come. What, I have mystical powers? Whatever, I don't see the actual flashes on the screen. Whatever it is, 4 of you are bound to meet it, and it will change you. Oh! We're counting the puppy as part of the 4. Part of that's like, yay, puppy's included, but what are we including the puppy in? It doesn't sound good. Okay, I have 2 choices. I don't think this night ends well. How would you know? I go hunting these woods all the time. Night, day, opossums, bears, won't make a difference. Even a mountain lion won't stand a chance against the ingenuity of man here. I'd say you and a gun 50-50 against the mountain lion, but the mountain lion still has a good chance to kill you. Unless it's not a mountain lion. Don't get started. If your daddy can hear you right now, I'm just saying, maybe you need more guns. And ghouls and goblins. Video game reference. That I don't think he even knows is a video game reference. But it's funny. Using what he taught you to run around these woods like some kind of paranormal investigator. Do you want that to be his legacy, girl? Besides, you know, my boy, Bo and me are headed to the state fair to show off Big Betty this week. We'll be gone days, and the chicken coop might as well be a big all-you-can-eat sign on it. If I don't nip this in the bud tonight. You know how I feel about chickens. I couldn't take it if I lost any more of my poor little ladies. And you know I have to put out a video by tomorrow evening. As Duke and Stella dig their feet in, the feeling from before gains form and clarity. Somebody here is going to die tonight. If I miss an update, I might lose my new sponsor, and who knows what that'll mean for my career. Save? Turn. I mean, I have the mystical options. I don't know if I'm being... One of us here is going to die tonight. Now, what's that supposed to mean? Are you trying to threaten me? I don't know, it's just a weird feeling. A weird bad feeling. Oh, are you psychic or something? Ask again later. Yep, gotta keep it light with some humor. Right, when we're in a more private place, I get you. Ah, hush, both of you. You're just trying to unsettle me, so I'll let you all off in the woods with your film, your little video. Lunar, I think you freaked Duke out enough for one evening. Maybe we should leave the poor man to his wild goose chase? I am not freaked out by your friend's theatrics. And if it gets you out of my hair, sure, I'm greatly disturbed. Now run along home and stay out of trouble. As you and Stella return to the trail, she carefully looks back the way you came. Okay, the coast is clear. There's no way we're letting Duke edge us out that easily. Come on, I know a trail that'll get us around him. What would you guys say in this situation? We can have 2 yeses, 2 let's possibly not do this, or a very strong no, or just silently go ahead. What would you guys pick? Does your town even have a movie theater? Wouldn't you rather go home and hang out, maybe watch a movie? Got a lot less comfortable going in the woods, knowing I know I'll be sharing with some guy who'll shoot at anything that moves. You don't have to worry about that, old Duke. I've been out tracking him before. The man sounds like a truck crashing through trees when he walks. Even if we do cross paths, we'll hear him long before he catches wind of us. We can always watch a movie, do a movie night later, but right now my viewers come first. They demand cryptids, and I am duty-bound to give them what they crave. Well, one response. Oh, fine. No shaking you. It was there. You'll just follow me until I finally relent and go monster hunting with you. I promise it'll be fun and safe. The trail's just up this way. Let's go. Alright, this looks like a good shot. Mind holding the camera? She hands you the camera and takes position. Okay, 2022. Which I think is when this game came out. As night falls, my new assistant, the mysterious Lunar, and I find ourselves on a high hill in the Blue Ridge Mountains, where we'll begin our hunt for the elusive yet pungent skunk ape. Though mostly encountered in Florida, the possible relative of Bigfoot has been spotted all along the southern edge of the United States, including right in this very county. Here's hoping we get a glimpse tonight. We'll check back once we're on the trail. Till then, stay searching, Stellars. Good art. You know, it's mostly just, a lot darker because it's nighttime. I can take that camera off your hands for now. We'll be able to start tracking scenes once the sun sets all the way. Okay. In the meantime, we have to take in all this gorgeous scenery. It is nice. Though what exactly is wrong in these woods still eludes you. On the one hand, that can be romantic. On the other hand, it can be creepy. There's something wrong in the air. It feels oppressive and dark. You don't happen to mean stinky, do you? Do you think you're smelling the skunk ape? No, something metaphorically oppressive and dark. Dang, I thought we might have stumbled across this trail. Oh well, I wouldn't worry too much if I were you. That usually warns me if I'm going to run into trouble. And I feel A-OK. Music. What? What? Your quiet moment, Stella, is broken by a loud, percussive snort. Puppy looks very concerned. Music's definitely a little bit apprehensive. Whoa, was that a deer? I've seen videos of them making spooky little warning snort, but I've never heard it in person. Sure was, let's check it out. Well, I wonder what we're going to see when the light gets turned on. As you and Stella hear the footfalls of an animal retreating into the woods, she reaches for her flashlight. That deer! Something has gone wrong with this deer. A single deer remains behind, staring down for the beam of light while Gretchen whines and pulls at her harness. And then it's gone. Geez, Gretchen, calm down. You're going to get yourself hurt. She cannot handle deer. When she gets like this, I have to pick her up and hold her. She had a bad habit of slipping her harness when she wants to go after something. You're too much of a potato, and they don't make harnesses to fit potatoes, do they? Okay, this is adorable and all, but were we going to acknowledge the deer? Yeah. Was there something wrong with that deer? Was there some sort of cyst or something on the deer? It looked bad. Yeah, I think you're right. I bet it's an abscess. Maybe a tumor. You know, normally there aren't animals with cancer, because usually they die a lot earlier when that starts. So usually if it's got something that bad, then it's something aggressive that progresses quickly. It's not like wild animals can get those taken care of, so they just get bigger and bigger. Poor thing. But there's not so much we can do about it. Well, it gets the heart rate up. Same for me. How about we take a quick snack break to fuel up, and then we get right to tonight's activities. We've got all the best trails. Yay, snacks. Ooh, dried apricots, some trail mix. I can't... Is that Cheetos in that bag? I can't tell. And... okay. I don't know what the box is. Is that like M&M's? Extra M&M's. Sesame sticks. M&M's. Grab the trail mix. Classic choice. It never fails to satisfy. I like to mix my own, make sure it has the best stuff. I don't use dried cherries to every. Oh, that sounds really good. Maybe it's best, a bit of a contra, but even as someone who's passionate with dried fruit, simply cannot abide raisins. I've heard bees get called spicy sky raisins. Yeah, I can agree. Any other dried fruit's better. Glad to finally meet a fellow preserved fruit connoisseur who can appreciate my refined taste and trail mix. Ha ha ha. You and Stella settle down the overlook, snacks in hand, as the quiet sounds of the evening wildlife wash over you. Gretchen gnaws a stick, distracted for the time being. Yo, this is nice. I like the sky, I like the view. I mean, even if it's nothing dangerous. I'll say this. Ideally, spending a night like this, it's not bad. It's not bad at all. The only bad thing is going to be, like, if there was nothing dangerous in this game, then the genre of this game would be more like dating sim. But this is a horror game, not a dating sim. So tell me, what it's like in... Okay. So tell me what it's like in Lude. I assume that's the town I'm from? But obviously we're all thinking something else. Do you have a house? An apartment? Do you live with a family, roommates, pets? Tell me what it's like to be Lunar. This is pleasant. What the fuck? I live in a 2-bedroom apartment, and I think it's nice. It's a mixed bag. The lights flicker, the toilet's constantly getting backed up. Landlady's upstairs, keep flushing cat litter. It smells like cigarettes for some reason. And it's home to an extremely... Oh, that's... roaches are gross. But I guess it's home. Do what I can to spruce the place up. I got a plant. You know how they say living things are supposed to brighten up a room. When you put it that way, I wonder if staying in the old mansion is a step up or a step down for you. Maybe just a step sideways? Have you ever tried looking for a different place, or maybe finding a roommate? There's gotta be a better apartment than that in the big city like Lude. I hear you. I've been saving up for something better. Oh yeah? So what do you do for a living? I'll just go with this. I'm on my feet all day getting yelled at for things beyond my control. I mostly get paid in tips. It's okay. Crisp breeze passes over you. What about you? What's your living situation? Gretchen and I live in a little house just outside town. It's actually a house I grew up in, so a lot of pleasant memories attached to it. Well, that's nice. And I'm glad I could keep it in the family. My great-grandfather built that house. Wow, it's impressive. And he must have done a great job because it's just as sturdy as ever been. Wow, he must have been very good. Do you live alone? Yeah, the place used to belong to my parents, but they're not around anymore. I'm sorry. And the holler is a small enough place, other folks don't need roommates. Yeah, I'm sorry. It's okay, you didn't know. And I've done my morning. And you don't have to watch your tongue around me or anything. Life goes on. Again, why would I ever say that to someone? Even if it's true. What were they like? Did you get along? They were amazing. Two of the nicest people you ever met, and interesting too. My dad was a bit of a regional legend among hunters and trappers. He was always out in the woods, on the trail of something. We certainly had some interesting dinners because of him. He had to learn to fend for himself, you see, since his family didn't have much growing up. So he learned how to hunt and trap, and got damn good at it. He always made sure I had food, and that I knew how to get it if I ever found myself too far from the grocery store. I could make us a pretty good salad, what's in this clearing, if I had to. Though it wouldn't exactly taste great. Yeah, I'm kind of used to having a lot of shredded cheese and dressing on my salads, too. As for my mom, she was a saint, and she was a local vet. The lady all the farms in the county knew to call their animals who were in need of something. She was smart as a whip and strong to boot. Turns out pulling calves out of 1,600-pound cows all day is a great way to build muscle. But she was gentle too. Even the smallest mouse would get proper care in her hands. I'm sure she's the most of the reason Gretchen here is one of the oldest dogs I've ever met. So yeah, those are my parents. And I'm sorry for your loss. It's okay. Especially since we just met today. Was that a raccoon? That sound wasn't meant for human ears. Whatever lurks behind the tree line is something best left unseen. But the events of the evening were already set in motion long before you stepped foot in Scarlet Hollow. There's no turning back. Okay. So, yeah, it sounded like a raccoon. Stella immediately packs her bag, slings it over her shoulder. Jesus Christ! Skunk's ape. More deer. Please tell me that was... Ah! That's what I thought too! I thought it was a raccoon. I'm glad that the writer thought it was the same thing. There's something terrible out there, Stella. Whatever it is, it's close. Here, hold Gretchen's leash for me while I check this out. Okay. You and Stella inch toward the tree line as she shines her flashlight into the woods. As you approach, a series of weak clucks calls out from a nearby bush. Okay, maybe Duke's birds weren't... Oh, what? Oh! Were there words that were happening earlier? Like, what was... Like, it was just sort of auto-playing. No? Okay, so we're like... It was meant to be a scene. You... Yeah, I think we both have the same face right now, Stella. What the hell was that? Hold on, I gotta play that back. Holy shit. I'm guessing it must be like 2-3 feet tall. Doesn't look hairy either. So I think we can roll it. What? I didn't see anything. You were closer. I mean, unless I accidentally auto-skipped something. Whatever it has to do on the Duke's chickens. I didn't see... All I saw was the chicken with the giant bump. It's headed north. Let's go after it. I'm about to discover a new animal. Never thought I'd get to scratch that one off my bucket list. Yeah, I'm pumped. But we won't get to discover it unless we catch it. Let's go. We should have guns! And proper gun safety and training. Because supernatural aside, you know, if it's a wolf, I mean, yes, we should try to avoid killing the wolf, but if it does try to eat us, need a way to not die. Stella sprints into the woods in pursuit, leaving you no choice but to run after her. Gretchen excitedly pulling you along, but I don't know if I can physically run anymore. My knees hurt at all times. Also, when you run in the dark, you're likely to... Ow, fuck. Yeah, that's the thing. If you run in the dark, you're likely to fall. One, you can't see what you're doing. You're going to trip on something. But also, as lower light levels become a thing, human beings get drastically worse and worse depth perception. Oof. Are you okay? Yeah, I'm alright. I just tripped on something weird. Oh no, the poor thing. It must have been one of Duke's. Oh Jesus, it's still alive. It could be contagious. Don't go near it. Jesus, Stella, don't go near it. The thing is diseased. Don't worry. I'm not going to touch it. What if it explodes? Not with my hands, at least. Hey, I'm sorry that this is turning out to be so grisly. I swear it's normally not like this. We can go home after I film this. That's what you want. Yes, please. It's probably going to explode, blood all over, and then she's going to get the horrible disease and die. And, you know, I like Stella. She is very pleasant to be around. Yes, please. This is way more than I bargained for. Yes, this is unexpected, that's for sure. Let me just film this for a sec, and we can head back. Ahem. It seems we found one of Duke's chickens. You can see the emotion in her face as she's talking to the camera. Like, she's definitely unnerved, which, understandable. I'm making the same face. She's not looking good. I'm hesitant to speculate, but she definitely seems to have some sort of growth under her skin. Could be a tumor, could be something else. Either way, I don't think there's much to be done for her at this point. Geez, I'm going to have to put some massive content warning for this video. Hey, did you hear that? Hey, Duke! What in Sam Hill are you two doing on here? Didn't I tell you to? But Birdie? Oh, Birdie, what's wrong, darling? Good God. Did y'all see what did this to her? We saw a glimpse of it earlier. I didn't see it myself, unless I accidentally skipped it. Caught a glimpse of us, chased it, and brought us down here. Whatever did this to her, I think we can hear them in the trees. Put that camera away, for God's sake, girl. I don't want to be in another one of your videos. No one needs to see me like this. Well, of course not. It's a very personal thing for you. I mean, no one needs to see Birdie like this. You wouldn't put Birdie online when she like this. All swollen and hurting. Duke, did you hear me? I think they're coming. Come out, you sons of bitches! Duke? It doesn't speak English. Duke, don't shoot them. We have no idea what will happen. That sounds like English, but I don't understand. But it's definitely human speech that I am hearing. Hear that? So that sounds some peace-like. Whatever these things are, they'll pay for what they did to my girls. That sounds like noises that an animal couldn't make. That sounds... Granted, it sounds like noises a human shouldn't make either, but I mean, just saying, some of it sounds like human speech. I just can't understand any of it. Okay. Puppy wants to get the fuck out of here. It wanted to chase the fucking, deer thing. And in this situation, it wants to run. Usually, cats and dogs and animals are a little more in tune with what's the fuck's going on. So, if the animal wants to get the fuck out of here, I think we should get the fuck out of here. Come on, you, whatever your name is, grab that flashlight and help me line up a good shot. Well, can you guys not hear the ominous music in the background? Duke, can you not hear that? I know my hearing's starting to go a little bit my age too, but Duke, can you hear that, man? As the creature in the tree line grows louder and more numerous. Creatures! Gretchen violently strains it. Yeah, she wants to get the fuck out. Yeah. Stella? We need to get the fuck out of here. Quick, they're closing in on us. Wait, if I... So if I get the flashlight, is the dog gonna run? I don't know what to do. It's good that I'm not physically in the situation, so less stressful than if I was physically doing it. But he also, if I don't go for the dog, is she going to run away? I think I would get the flashlight, but I don't want the dog to... You dive to the flashlight and swing your body to the woods. Well! Okay. I said aim the damn thing quick. You can see it! You're the one with the gun! Perfect. You shot it! I saw red. Just grazed it. That should make it pretty easy to track, eh, Stella? Yeah, a bloody trail is pretty hard to miss. Guess we know it wasn't a mountain lion. This is not... I understand we're calm, but... Like, yeah, the thing was shot and it ran away, but... We should be a lot more anxious in our physical appearance than we are currently. We seem way too calm for this. Though it didn't look like any crypt I ever heard of. This is going to be one hell of a video. Your heartbeat realized that Gretchen's stopped poking at Lee. She looked down only to find empty harness and paw prints of a runaway dog. I don't like this path. The puppy. But puppy... Okay, this is the path where we lose the puppy. Wait, did I name the town Lude? That's a thing I would do. That's probably a thing I would do. I don't remember if I was given the choice of town name. But if I was given the choice to name my own town, I'm probably the one who named it Lude. Yeah, that was probably my bad. I just sort of forgot. I want the puppy back. You dive forward to scoop Gretchen in your arms just before she managed to wiggle out of her harness. Your eyes fixate on the dark tree line over Duke's shoulder. God damn it! Oh! You hear a body hit the ground, then quiet as the chaos fades and sound of nature creep back in. Gretchen, Lunar, Duke, are you alright? I feel like this is very rude to say. Here, I'll take her, my poor little pup. Thanks for watching out for her. Duke, are you okay? Oh my god, Duke, holy shit. What are we doing now? What the hell are we... So... And we have footage of what happened here, but it's dark and shaky. It all seems so unbelievable. We need more footage. Come on, let's go after them before we lose our chance. So Duke is dead. I assume this is the one where we tell, like, hey, let's back off and not get killed. But these are the paths where, you know, that's man is dead, Stella. Yeah, you're right. Let's head back and call the police. Oh. You know, I thought I picked the path that would involve us not being, but then again, here's the thing. With all this shit out here, in the path where the puppy dog got loose, absolutely dead. There is, even though one of them got shot, there's no way that, especially when going after chickens and stuff, I think I picked the path where everyone dies. But in the other path, puppy still dies. But how do I save everyone? I still want to say, yes, the dog is 17 years old and is like way past old age, but I still want to save the puppy, okay? The puppy's life is still of value to me. I don't want the puppy to die. But if my options are just the puppy or the puppy and all of us, I mean, heck, if it was an option between puppy or Duke, I mean, human life comes first. And then when we go to human life, it's people I care about first. But this, we're fucked. We're all dead. We are going to die. As you and Stella quickly make your way back through the woods, the unearthly whispers of creatures unknown once again surround you. We need to move to a different state, Stella. Keep moving. Wow, there was no option to stop and, take in the scenery. You say nothing, continuing forward with a grim determination. We're almost there. I feel that almost there thing is going to come back to bite us. As you and Stella reach Main Road, the whispers fade back into the sounds of nature. It sounds like they've stopped following us. I should get reception now. We're back on the main road. Let me find my phone so I can call the sheriff. You feel a buzz in your pocket. Oh, 6 missed calls from Tabitha. Where the hell did you go? And 13 text messages. I feel that this game has a lot of content to it. It's going to take a long time to play this and get 100% endings. So, that's another path where we can have all of this stuff going on. No. Well, video needs to end. We're all gonna die. Lead the way. Looks like Duke managed to tag one of them before he... We should follow the blood trail. And go while it's still fresh. As you and Stella push through the woods, the unearthly sounds once again surround you. Keep running. God, they're everywhere. I think we're almost there. The trees are starting to thin out. Isn't this enough footage? You know, we don't need the one in particular. Like, we have proof of supernatural shit. Why am I the kind of person who wants 100% games? Get every possible ending. What the fuck? The shrieks pull back, and in steady whispers, as you and Stella stump out putrid bodies of a dozen dead and dying animals. Here's the thing. If it was just an animal doing that, they'd be clumped into a pile, or into piles. To be scattered into a grid pattern shows human-like intelligence. A sinking realization pulls through your gut that this is their nest, and you are surrounded. Most of those swellings, all the animals have them. Or had them. They want us to leave. We need to get out of here. We should have grabbed the shotgun. They want us to leave, Stella. We shouldn't be here. We shouldn't have seen any of this. Yeah, well, you're right. We have enough footage. Let's get the hell away from this nest before things get ugly. Just as you follow Stella in a mad dash through the woods, so too do the unearthly hollers and whispers of the nest in the highest branch of the trees and down the forest floor. They're all around you, casually keeping pace with your all-out sprint. We are far too deep. If they let us out, it's because they want to, and I don't think they're going to want to. I think we just barely escaped last time. So, but I will say this. If there's this many of these things, this isn't a new thing. This is... If it is, it's very aggressive in terms of repopulating. Which I assume that's what the cysts are. It's a way of repopulating, like a fucking alien movie. So... Just saying that this isn't a thing to be contained. This entire state is a lost cause. We're almost there. Except this time we don't make it. Oh. Sounds like they've stopped following us. I should get reception. Main road, let me find my phone. Okay. This is probably the better path, I assume? Because I have more footage. Should still call the cops first. But I assume you also have a phone, so you call the cops. I'll call. I will call you. Straight to voicemail. Is she dead? Is Tabitha dead? Am I going to come back and Tabitha's going to be dead? Tabitha's been blowing up my phone. Yeah, I guess she must be worried about you. But first things first, let's call the police. Pulls up phone, dials. We should be in the truck for this! Hello, it's Seller. Richmond up Mountain It. How am I supposed to say that? Ass-gina? Duke is dead, Earl. Shotgun right behind us. There's something in the woods. Okay, yeah. Yeah, I think we're okay, but hurry, Jesus. Earl. Who's gonna tell Bo? I guess now we wait. Takes a little while, but the bench patrol one of the two officers, Hugby and a friend, Officer Deputy Franklin, serious man wearing sunglasses by the middle of the night. See, right there? The thing jumps out of the wood and the shotgun goes off. What in Sand Hill? What, some kind of Pillsbury doughboy? Could have been a naked maniac. As the video reveals, creatures nest, Franklin ever so slightly lowers his sunglasses, or a whole bunch of naked maniacs. What the heck is that? Some sort of crop circle? They killed Duke. Now we're gonna have to confiscate this camera, Miss Richmond. If you don't mind, this is evidence. But okay. Let me just turn off and save the battery. Here you go. Did you take the footage out? We appreciate your compliance with the law. I wonder how much of this stuff they already know about. Can we actually trust the police here? Sheriff Hugby and I, please call me Earl. Earl and I will escort you, and who are you exactly? That's Lunar. He came to town for the funeral. Can I not trust the police? Lunar as in Tabitha's cousin, yes. Damn, didn't think you'd actually show. We'll escort both of you back to town. If there's naked maniac on the loose, it's best you don't walk back on your own. Didn't we drive here? It wasn't a... Never mind. Why aren't you going out here? Why aren't you going out there tonight? There's a dead body in the woods. Those things out there could attack someone else. Well, it ain't exactly like Duke's going anywhere at this point. He'll still be there in the morning. We only have a skeleton crew at the moment. Plus, it probably is safer to go in daylight. Monday nights are bowling nights. We'll be on alert for the first naked maniacs, but retrieving Duke will just have to wait. Now, if you kindly step in the vehicle and return safely to your home. Do we have to ride back with you? We can just walk. Those creatures left fine. Afraid I'm going to insist for your own safety. Stella sighs. Okay, thank you. You can ride up front with me, little lady. That is if your mama permits. Sure, Earl. You hold Gretchen while I way back down. I wonder if the cops are in on things. I don't know. It's like... Because, I mean... If it was just one... But with that many, the cops have to know what's going on. Maybe we shouldn't have told the cops. Cops usher you and Shelley back to the squad car. You are just the cutest little thing, Miss Gretchen. Yes, you are. They're going to pin the murder on us. They're going to be like, we need to keep it secret. And we're going to say we killed him for some reason? Pats Gretchen head affectionately, but she remains wholly unfocused on Stella. A worried look stretched across her little pug face as Hugby scratches behind her ears. Stella stares out the window, oddly quiet. Are you good? She doesn't respond. Are you... I don't... On the one hand, I would want to comfort her. On the other hand, I'm like, I'm not sure if she would appreciate that in this circumstance. Not just the oddness of this, but it's just we don't know each other that well just yet. And I don't know if that'd be overstepping a boundary. Yeah, she's probably just in shock. I guess we just saw a man die. I just don't know what to say either. Looks to me like she's got a bout of car sickness. Well, no, that would still be shock. I mean, I don't think she'd have car sickness the way she was sprinting. Must be why she thought walking home sounded like a good idea. Guess whatever y'all saw there wasn't as bad as an upset tummy. Well, no, that would be shock. I mean, she's emotionally startled, and though, why is it just now kicking in? I mean, I guess it's kind of the idea of you have an energy drink and you're able to move around, but if you have to sit still, you're more aware of your body's, it's less distractions. I'm sure she'll be right as rain once we get back down, though she'd best try not to hurl in the meantime. We wouldn't want Franklin here to have the work cleaning the squad car. We're only a few minutes away now. Y'all better keep together until then. Soon the rumble of gravel beneath the tires give way. Uneven pavement, the car comes to stop in front of a small cottage. You two stay out of trouble. Well, it's all sorted in the morning. Just get a good night's sleep. And you, whatever your name was? I pee freely. Fox. Ah, yeah. What was that show again? Something Files. I can't remember. Lunar. Sure, you're in town for Doodle? Good. Don't go leaving before then. Imagine when you talk, a few questions seen tonight. Sal, keep an eye on for us. Make sure he doesn't get in any more trouble. Y'all have a good night now. Bye-bye, Gretchy. And y'all have a lovely evening. If any bugaboos give you trouble, you know how to get in touch. I feel like I'm going to want to try to go for all the different endings. And here you are, back in town, away from the woods, with no one but Stella in sight. Holy shit. Okay, Stella. Hope you don't mind me asking. That's a fair question. I've just had bad experiences with cars. I don't know how to drive them, and I like getting them. So I assume your parents died in a car accident. Which I guess tonight was, sorry if I weird you out. God, what a night. Yeah, they seemed a little like they didn't give a shit about any of it. I mean, honestly, I could see it from a logical perspective. If the woods are full of giant fucking, monster things, at the very least, we should be able to have daylight and a few machine guns, for safety. Who knows what those things are doing to his body right now? Well, I mean, he is dead. I mean, it's not like we can save his life. It'd be another thing if he was out there and we could still save him. What's worse, I think they implied that you're a suspect even after we showed them all that footage. Even the nest. Yeah, imagine if we didn't have the footage of the nest. Though, there is another path where, Duke is alive. But the puppy is definitely dead. But, human life matters more than an animal, but at the same time, what's the correct path? They have to pin it on somebody. They're cops. It's their whole job to pin on somebody, of course. They'd pick the out-of-towner. Here's hoping the footage clears my name. Yeah, no kidding. But it's okay. I'm not going to let anything bad happen to you. I was there. I filmed the whole thing. At the very least, it'll never hold up in court. Unless you die. But then I'd be sad anyway, because you're my friend, and maybe more. And I won't get to that point either, because we're going to do a little investigating of our own. To find out more of those things, we get clearer footage, or better yet, trap one of them. There's no way they can blame you for what happened. The library doesn't open for a while, but I've read every book on cryptids they have and never came across anything like this. There is someone in town who might have use for my friend's mom. Her place isn't far. We should head over now before telemarketer gets any later. Is she dying? Yeah, I really don't know what the correct path is. Fortunately, real life does not have save states. But even then, it would probably come back to be more of a curse than anything. I should check on Tabitha, but you're welcome to come with me. Yeah, when you put it like that. Yeah, I mean, it's on the way. Awesome, let's go. Hope she's still awake. Excuse me, what? Somebody's calling my name. So I assume it's Tabitha. Jesus. Hello? No. No. That can't be. You and Stella turned to see a shadowy figure staring at you from across the field. You didn't hear it approach. That can't be. Welcome home. You're finally back where you belong. Before you can respond, the door behind you swings open. An old woman stands in the entryway. Go home, Wayne. I can't help you tonight. You look back and the figure is already gone, disappeared in the shadows of the night. I'm sorry about that, Stella. Some people just can't be helped. What brings you out here so late? And who is this? Hi, Mrs. Forsyth. This is Lunar. Is it okay if we come in? You Miss Forsyth briefly lock eyes. She's impenetrable, and you feel small, almost naked in her presence. There is something about her that's far beyond you. You feel no threat, no malice. Okay, that's good. And then the moment passes, and you see only the woman before you. Of course. You're in luck. I just put water on for hibiscus tea. And for goodness sake, you can call me Sybil. You're an adult now, after all. Well, this is calm. This is nice. Welcome to my little nook. It's nice to finally meet you, Lunar. I'm so sorry to hear about your mother. Vivian was such a lovely soul, and she's been sorely missed in the holler. And now poor Perlane is gone as well. Do let me know if there's anything you need while you're in town. Who was that outside? Just a very sick man. You don't need to be worried about him. You knew my mom? Of course, dear. She was a good friend of mine for many years. She was such a lovely woman. You should come by sometime. No, I should drink something. I have a thing of chip salsa here. I'll eat it with the chips later, but I'm going to drink some of the salsa. I actually got it from a grocery store, it's called. I can't read this. La Mexicana, made with fresh tomatoes, mild salsa. Tomatoes, onions, bell peppers, jalapenos, cilantro. Ah, that's really good. Very tasty. You should come by sometime. I can delight you with unsavory tales of her youth. How did you know that she died? Oh, Perlane was a chatty woman. Not much went on that I wouldn't get an earful of. Bless her heart. I never met Perlane. You don't have to pass on your condolences to me. I have no feelings about the woman. Ah, that's fair, child, but it seemed the right thing to do. I still appreciate it. We need your help. Ah, yes, I suppose pleasantries can wait for another time. What's got you here, seems so troubled? You know about the weird stuff, right? Unexplainable stuff? I'm not so sure I follow, dear. I follow which oils to use for which aches. I know a bit classical spiritualism. Just what sort of unexplainable things are you talking about? Duke was killed tonight by something in the woods. That's a reasonable response! That's how you should react to that! Oh my lord, have you contacted the police? Yes, that's how you're supposed to react. That is a normal reaction. That is how a person responds. Yes, and they didn't take it very seriously. They're not even looking for the body until tomorrow. Those things are out there. I don't know how to describe them. I can't say I know too much about local wildlife. My daughter has always had a brighter gift for nature than I. This wasn't local wildlife, Miss Forsyth. Here, I can show you. Stella pulls a memory card from her sleeve and pops it in her phone. Yes! Way to go, Stella! I wasn't about to just let the police hold on to this. At least not before we had a chance to make a copy. Hell yes! I knew you were smart! Here's the thing. If they're good people, they would understand. However, if they're corrupt or bad people, then they'd be upset. That's the thing. The only reason they would care about that is if they don't want evidence getting out. Either because they're involved in some sort of corruption, or they are the corruption. Either way, if a cop is a good person, they are not going to get upset at us for withholding evidence if we just want to make a copy. That way they can have evidence too. The only reason they'd be upset is if they don't want it to be publicly available. Either because it would, like, at best, they're like, oh, worried it would cause a panic. But at this point, there needs to be a fucking panic. The woods are filled. Like, but yeah, hell yes. I'd high five you if I could. Good job. Smooth. The cops wouldn't, even if they accidentally erased it, they would have purposely erased it and then said, oh, there's no evidence, and I would be on the hook for fucking murder. Exactly. I'll give them the ask again, but for now we can examine the footage for ourselves. Okay, Sybil. Please have a normal response to this. The police, like, here's the thing. If I saw something, I'm like, oh, that's like, oh, it's a Pills Boy, Doughboy. I wouldn't be saying that like, oh, nonchalant. They'd be like, yeah, I'm making a little bit of silly humor to make myself not vomit. This is fucking disgusting and terrifying, and I'm feeling nervous, and so now I'm going to make a little silly dark humor joke that's kind of funny about biscuits and stuff because I'm a fucking fat ass that's always hungry. Also, because I'm a little nervous and it makes me distracted from feeling scared and disgusted, and because I don't want to seem like such a pussy ass bitch. So me making this little joke will make you not think that I'm a big scaredy cat. Again, that is a normal human response. Where was this? Out of the mountains to the northwest. Within town limits? Yes. I see. Is there a way to make the video bigger and louder if you can? I need to plug the memory card into a computer. I could go back and get mine. No need. Kanika should still be awake. She can lend us hers. Why don't we just upload it immediately to the internet? Like I say, yes, we have a copy. But here's the thing. Let's make our copy and upload it to the internet at the same time. So that way, even if our copy and our original gets destroyed, heck, even if we all die, at least the information's out there. You'd better come with me, Stella. I'm sure she'll be more willing to help a friend than her nosy mother. Kanika, come on out. We could use a little help. Hello. Okay, I would like to pretend I'm not staring at her cleavage. Well, we all know I'm staring at her cleavage. I'm just sharing that for the full sake of transparency. You know, I'm not going to try to pretend like, oh, Lunar, he's, completely wholesome. No, I'm staring at her boobs. Oh, hey, Stella. Hey, Gretchen. Who's a good potato? And a stranger. Yep. What are you doing in my house? Robbing you. Aw, I can't make a joke. I'm like, I'm here to rob you and eat the bacon in your fridge. Like I said, guys, I'm fat. I'm hungry. The main thing driving me to want to end the video right now is I want to get something to eat and go to bed. And granted, I'll use my little tocino scoops with the salsa, but I need to go get something more substantial to eat. But other than just drinking the fucking salsa. But yeah, I want to make a joke. No? I was hoping Stella would film a video in the woods. Something terrible happened. Tabitha's cousin? Yep. Sweetie, we were wondering if we could borrow your laptop. Stella and her friend have a video to show us. It's really important, Kanika. Okay. My room's a mess. I'll just bring it out there. Okay. Heads up, Kanika, this is graphic. Duke got killed out in the woods tonight. It's on the recording. Wait, are you serious? Duke's dead? We can watch this without you. You know, I have a harder stomach than any of our friends. I'm pressing play. Again, this is normal reaction to this. You know, a person looking away because they don't want to see it again. A person that's looking at very stern, a person covering their mouth. This is the way a normal person should react. The police, I understand, probably have seen a bit of graphic stuff over their lives. But one, you hear that someone died, especially in a small town, you see it, and you see otherworldly fucking monsters. You should have some sort of reaction. Stella, what the hell is this? Ha! Sailor Moon! Like I said, I didn't make my, picture I use for my profile. It's just something I found that I have no idea where the hell I found it on the internet. But it looks like a Dragon Ball Z Potara fusion of Sailor Moon and Yu Yu Hakusho, Yusuke Urameshi. Then again, I would say my personality, best described as a Dragon Ball Z Potara fusion of Astolfo and Jack Hanma. Or Nagisa from Assassination Classroom and Stein from Soul Eater. Or, more accurately, probably the most accurate of all, my personality is a fusion of Krona from Soul Eater and Vash the Stampede from Trigun. I'm sorry either of you had to see this, but Lunar and I have no idea how to make heads or tails of it. Stella, are you okay? Did you get hurt? I'm fine. Really, I'm okay. You remain silent. Poor Duke. Poor Bo. Has anyone told him yet? We talked to the police. I hope they told Bo. But Arnold Deputy Franklin didn't seem to be in much of a hurry about anything. I'll call him later tonight. But for now, we have something far more serious to discuss. Whatever happened in the woods, we weren't supposed to see any of that. You're not wrong. These things, my grandmother called them ditchlings. They are a terrible omen. Huh. A sign of great suffering and destruction to come. Mom, come on. Whatever doing this is serious. Stop scaring Stella. No, that's... Because even if it's not like a supernatural thing, here's the thing. Many supernatural stories, especially if they have common origins in many places across the world, well, they're based off of something that happened that was true. So these things are called ditchlings, and you have pictures like, hey, when you see these things, it's a terrible omen and something happened. So either one, these things themselves will directly do it, or they're there because of whatever causes the bad thing. So whenever the bad thing shows up, they're there too. So it at least shows that there's historical significance. Even if it's not seen as a supernatural thing, it at least sees that, hey, if you see animals like this, they're usually brought accompanying something else bad. And the fact that there are stories that say it's an ill omen at least shows that it's historical proof that these things have been seen before, and that bad things happened at the times that they were seen. Enough that it's what they're known for. A man just died, have some respect. Kanika Swiggy, let your mother talk. The creatures themselves are harmless to people. Oh, despite that grisly scene in the woods. How can you say that? Duke is dead. An unfortunate accident and nothing more. Just as birds flock before a storm, the ditchlings congregate where tragedy is soon to fall. To see one is to be cursed by fate. To see so many in one place is... Sybil holds her silence. Jesus, Mom. They clearly had a rough night. You don't need this. It's okay, Kanika. This is helpful. Stella, whatever these things are, they aren't magic. We can't rule that out, not after what we saw. But fine, let's focus on what we know. Well, even if they're not magic at all, like I said, if there's historical evidence that when you see them, something bad is occurring, then obviously, whether it's magic or scientific, whether the explanation is magic or scientific, bad things are bad things. But let's focus on what we know. Whatever they are, they're doing something to these animals. You saw that nest. What were those gross? Booksmart and mystical. It must be part of their life cycle. Maybe they feed on negative energy. Part of their life cycle. Must be part of their life cycle. Ha! Take a menu option that requires 2 traits. The fact that there are menu... Because here's the thing, I at least thought, okay, I'd be able to see everything just by having, 3 playthroughs. Well, at least with the traits. But here's the thing, I have so many different paths I can do just with the traits I have. Imagine there's 7 traits. There's so much replayability to this game. One day I'll be like, welcome back! This is Lunar D8 with part 5637 of Scarlet Hollow! Like when a wasp lays eggs in a caterpillar. Parasitic larval stage. These ditchlings congregate around doomed people and places. Maybe it's like the negative energy is part of that life cycle too. Like negativity feeds the embryos as well as flesh. Well, that's one theory. But I don't want to jump to any conclusions about something like this. Out there, not without doing something about research or talking to a biologist. I'm sure there's a rational explanation that'll clear all of this up. Oh dear, I've forgotten entirely about the tea I put on. Let me fix you a couple of cups. Thank you, I like tea. Though usually I tend to drink like Earl Grey and black teas, but still, teas of all kinds are usually good, as long as they're made with love. Let me fix you a couple cups. Help soothe your... Thank you, I appreciate it. I don't know, it's getting late and I should get Lunar some rest. I ran him ragged today, all the hiking and running through the woods in terror. I mean, I do have to be concerned that my person is actually concerned about me and might be dead. But let's keep going down this path. I can still, yeah. I'm still wired from everything. I should at least try to call Tabitha again. So, like, hey, I can still hang out with you a bit, but, I do need to actually check on... Sorry, you can go home now and try to get some rest. Don't stay up all night online. Let me get you some house-made peppermint tea to go. Okay, so we're just staying for like 10 minutes for tea. That's reasonable. At this point, it's not... It's kind of like saying, okay, if you're supposed to be home by 10 and it's already 3 o'clock, you know what? An extra 10 minutes isn't going to hurt. Bye, Stella. I'll see you tomorrow, okay? And call me if you need to talk. Maybe we should upload this on the internet real quick. I mean, you were supposed to have video out anyway. Well, I mean, probably have to edit out stuff. Bye, bye guys. It's excellent. Iced or warm, though with the nights getting chillier, warm probably best. Helps with the bones. Thank you. I appreciate the thought. Guys? Be careful out there, both of you. Thank you. Sybil turns, close the door behind her. Alright, let's head back home. My home, I mean. And here we are. You're welcome to stay the night if you want. I mean, obviously we're not gonna, if I did stay the night, even if she is romantically interested, we're not gonna sleep together on the first night, because, that would just be assuming a lot on my part. Now, if I didn't have anywhere to go, I would definitely stay the night, and we'd probably just stay up watching YouTube videos and editing stuff, and then again, part of me would just want to either hang out with somebody because of this, or because also just, on the one hand, we went through something, like, I definitely wouldn't want to be alone, but at the same time, it's like, I saved, right? It's just... It's one, from just a purely platonic friend stance, it'd be nice to actually spend more time with her, and I'm enjoying spending time with her. Romantic sense, it could be more. I don't know. But I don't feel like we know each other that well enough for that. I feel like that would be more so depending on her, responses on things. Like, if more than likely, I'd probably just stay a night. We'd watch some YouTube videos, and I'd wind up crashing on the couch. I will say this: if she actually made the first move and expressed that she wanted to, yes, I would. But given the circumstances of it, I wouldn't want to overstep any boundaries and make her uncomfortable. So I'd have to basically, assume, nothing unless she outright makes it clear that she's actually interested in more. Because otherwise, like, it'd be kind of weird to try to. Like I said, it's a different circumstance. Right now, we're. Plus, with everything going on, it's just. You know, it's not like we just had a casual night at the bar. It's like, you know, a dude's died. You know, there are trees everywhere. We're not that far from the forest. People are dead. Plus, I really, really should check on Tabitha. I'll say this. I'm not sure which one to pick, but I'll say this. If I didn't have anybody waiting for me at home, hell yes, I'd stay the night with Stella. Whether it's purely as friends or as anything possibly more. But I should go back and check on Tabitha. I should do that. That's sweet of you. Are you sure you're heading back up the mountain alone? Sybil said those things are harmless. I think I'll be okay. It's not far. Well, I won't stop you if you really want to go. Here's my number. Call me when you get there, okay? And good luck. You and Stella exchange numbers. Yeah, I don't think this game's a hentai, so it's not like, even if we were romantic, I don't think it's going to show anything. But, yeah, like I said, real life, I mean, the main thing is I would be a little bit turned off from the whole wanting to pursue anything romantic, because I just saw someone die. I'm kind of sad. That's, you know... We just like watch like Proton John Super Mario ROM hack videos and laugh. But yeah, if I didn't have anywhere else to be and didn't have anybody, you know, worried about me, I would definitely spend the night. I would definitely spend the night. Even if there was a 0% chance of us actually being romantic and we're just friends, you know, Stella's pretty cool and I'm enjoying being friends. Yeah, we're in this together. I gotta blow my nose. I'm gonna take my headset off and... Okay, I'm back. Stay safe, buddy. You too. You begin the long hike up the Scarlet Estate alone. Continue down the path. Almost home. Continue down the path. Well, it's not like I have other options. You made it. Lights are on. You're so in sight, you make a mad dash to the door. I should knock. As you raise your arm... Oh, I didn't even get to knock. You were waiting. You are actually very concerned about me. That's... I'm sorry I bothered you, but at the same time, I'm happy that you care. Because I'll say this. If somebody's really that agitated that, you know, like, where have you been? Like, that they actually care where you were. Also, apparently this thing is episodes. And there's, like, 4 episodes, I think. And... when I bought it, you know, all 4 episodes are out. I don't know if there's ever going to be more episodes or not, but apparently this was the end of this episode. Where the hell have you been? Do you know anyone named Wayne? I employ over 100 people. I'm sure I know a Wayne. I should at least, though some of the explore options help, and some of them don't. I called. Ha! Watched a man die tonight. I went to the woods with this girl and I met to find some cryptids, and I have us watching a man die. Oh, so you met Stella and she's gotten you all worked up. No, what? I just said I saw a person die! I just got done complimenting you for caring! It would be kind of rude of me to say that. That's just kind of creepy. I mean, yeah, it would be one thing we hung out if I didn't, spend the day with a pretty girl, but... But can you acknowledge that I saw a person die? I mean, can I also have a hug? I want a hug. I mean, nothing romantic because we're cousins and all and stuff, but I need a hug. I mean, I was able to put a brave front on that for out there, especially from a new friend, but I really do need that hug. But please acknowledge the person died. Okay. As you settle in your room, you remember Stella asked you to call her once you got back. Call her. It's the big house. It's not like I'd be bothering Stella. I will say this. I remember being younger, living with my parents, and the walls were so thin that you basically couldn't be on the phone without everyone in the house actually hearing everything you say. Hey, how are you? She sounds a little different, like she's been crying. She saw a person die! I mean, yeah! Heck, even if no one died, I'd probably be a little... Then again, I tend to cry every day anyway, but I have reasons, but still. This is, in the context of this, that's a normal response! Did you make it back all right? But that would be so messed up to say. Yeah, I'm alright. How are you? Totally fine. I mean, as fine as it could be. Go get some Z's, okay? I'll see you tomorrow. For the relative safety of this uncomfortable bed and the events past seem like something that happened to someone else, though you can still clearly picture the terror you felt in the moments. For now, you're safe, you're warm. Eventually the sun will rise and chase away the monsters, and make them seem like nothing but bad dreams. Maybe tomorrow, if you're lucky, you'll wake up in the normal world and have a boring week in the mountains with your sour-faced cousin. It's a nice thought, but deep down you can't help worry things will only get worse. And that probably is the end of episode 1. But like I said, this is 4 episodes, so, hi! Oh! Hopefully OBS is capturing this okay without having problems. Wow, this is very three-dimensional. Is that the window from My Little Pony? You know, the purple one that lives... Twilight lives in a tree library thing. Okay, we have... Possibly me? I don't know. I don't know who's who. I don't know what my character looks like. I don't know if that's ever established. Okay, here are some... llamas. Yeah, this is very good at setting the tone. It's very atmospheric. It's very well drawn. Hopefully OBS is recording it okay. Because like I said, I know when the animated backgrounds thing was a thing in Slay the Princess back a year ago, I had to turn that off because OBS just couldn't handle it. So hopefully OBS is capturing this. But this is really well done. That is a lot of locks. Okay. So I'm gonna say episode 2 somewhere? Why do I think Dr. Robotnik's gonna hop out? Oh, this is episode 1. Episode 2 waits. Okay, we got Ditchling, finish episode 1. Finish episode 1 with Mystical as... I couldn't read the rest of that! Fine, I will go to the Steam page. Because I want to read things. NOB Darkness, Dementia, Raven Way. Finish episode 1 with Mystical as one of your traits. Very Hungry Caterpillar. Finish episode 1. Booksmart is one of your traits. Good Cousin. And episode 1 at the estate. At the estate. Bad Cousin would be... I wonder if Tabitha would have died if I didn't come back. Episode 2 awaits. If you'd like to continue with this world state in episode 2, please save your game now. It's going to be hard for me to keep track of all these things. Also, is episode 4 going to be the end of it, or continue? Would you like to see a recap of episode 1 before you start episode 2? No. But you don't give me a choice. You open your eyes. And we will resume this next time on Dragon Ball Z. Hope everyone out there had a wonderful, wonderful, wonderful day. Bye, everybody. But yeah, I hope everyone has all the hugs and head pats you could ever want. But yeah, I hope everyone's having a good day, and we'll continue this some other time, as we are 3 hours in, and most of that was just me rambling. Next time, I'll try to focus more on the game. Otherwise, we will actually have to have a couple 100,000 parts just to do this game, because I need to focus on the game.